This is Clayton Skinner. Hi, I'm Clayton Skinner. My name is Clayton Skinner. My name is Clayton Skinner. Welcome back to Beyond the Beat. Welcome back to Beyond the Beat. Welcome to Beyond the Beat. Hello everybody, my name is Clayton Skinner and welcome back to Beyond the Beat. In this episode, I'm going to teach you how to apply 16th note snare drum hits to your 8th note grooves, or to 8th note hi-hat grooves. So basically what we're going to be doing is we're going to be, you're playing your 8th notes on your hi-hat. You're going to be taking your left hand and playing notes between it. It's a pretty common thing. You'll understand in a minute. Now this whole idea is based off what's called a single stroke roll. If you don't know what a single stroke roll is, check it out. But anyway, the single stroke roll pattern, we're going to be playing that with our hi-hat and on our snare drum. So our right hand is going to be played on the hi-hat as usual, and the snare drum is going to be played in between those hits. So you're going to be alternating between the two. Pretty straightforward. So that is the first exercise on the PDF, so check that out. So there's a saying, or it is said, if you can't play it, say it. And what that simply means is oftentimes if you take and count a rhythm out, if you're familiar and you understand what you're counting, it kind of gives you the impression of what you're supposed to be playing. So for instance, these next two exercises are what I call say-and plays. And they're designed to help you understand rhythms, especially when you're mixing two different types of rhythms. And in this case, we're mixing 8th notes and 16th notes. So it's very important to make sure that when there isn't a 16th note between one of those 8ths, that you allow a proper amount of time to go by. So basically, what I mean by that is that your right hand, which is playing the 8th notes, is playing the 1 and 2 and. So this hand does not speed up or slow down or change rhythms. It's always on the 1 and 2 and. So any 16th notes added have to be added between, and if there isn't one, you allow the proper time. 1 E, so if you're looking at the first say-and play or the second say-and play, you'll notice that they're different from the last exercise that you did because there's not 16th notes between every single hi-hat hit. You don't hit the snare every single time or between every single hit. So the say-and plays really come into they help you with the rhythm. So if you're looking at the first say-and play, let's count this out. 1 E and, 2 E and, a 3 and, a 4 and, a 1 E and, 2 E and, a 3 and, a 4 and, a. So you'll notice that I kind of mix it up. These are way harder than any of the beats you'll do. So if you can handle these, you're good. So here's the first say-and play. Now, the demonstration there, I gave you the slow, so I kind of changed the rhythm again. I made it so that it lined up with the metronome, and then I did it at the actual speed. So hopefully that helped. Now here's the second say-and play. The second say-and play goes 1 and a 2 E and, 3 E and a 4, and a 1 and a 2 E and, 3 E and a 4, and a. Do the same thing. Try playing it. Try saying it and then playing it. So here's a demonstration. And again, I'll do the slow one, matching with the metronome, and then I'll do the fast one, playing it actual speed. All right, so now let's start applying this to practical use. So exercise A you'll notice that it's still hi-hat and snare, no bass drum, but now we're going to be playing it properly, or applying it to something that will actually be of use. So you'll notice that on 2 and 4, the snare drum happens with the hi-hat, kind of similar to when we were playing eighth note grooves. So again, like the eighth note grooves are helping to build what we're doing here. There are 2 16th notes. There's a 16th note on the E of 1 and the E of 3. So it's 1 E and 2 and 3 E and 4 and. So again, say it and then play it. So here, check this demo out. Exercise B, we're going to do the same thing. No bass drum, but we're going to move the 16th note. So again, there is a snare on 2 and 4. That's your backbeat. And now the 16th note snare hit is going to be on the Av2. So you're going to go 1 and 2 and Av3 and 4 and Av. And keep repeating that over and over again. So again, say it and then play it. Now, beats 1 and 2 are are A and B with bass drum. Simple bass drum. Bass drum will be on 1 and 3. And again, keep in mind that the snare drum is still on 2 and 4. Beat 1, the example is you play the bass drum, and then you immediately play a 16th note snare. 1 E and 2 and 3 E and 4 and. Exercise 2, the same as B again. 1 and 2 and A3 and 4 and A. Now these two beats really help you with different coordinations, because like in exercise 1 you're hitting the 16th note directly after the bass drum, and in beat 2 you're hitting the 16th note directly before the bass drum. So try to keep that in mind when you're going over them. Look at them, understand them. If you have any problems, again, A and B are the same exercises but without the bass drum. Okay, now exercise 3 takes the ideas from beats 1 and 2 and puts them together. So you have 1 E and 2 and a 3 and 4 and. So whole bass drum, 1 and 3, snare drum happens on 2 and 4, your backbeat still happens, only now 1 E and 2 and a 3, 4 and. So it takes the ideas from both of them. Exercise 4 is basically 3 flipped. So now you're doing what happens in the first half of 3, but you're doing it now in the second half of 4. 1 and 2 and 3 E and 4 and L 1 and 2, and you just keep repeating it that way. So it's just moving it about. Exercises 5 and 6 take the idea again from 1 and 2, but they do it in a different way. This time you're going to be playing 2 16th notes again, but you're going to be putting a bass drum hit between them. And that really changes things because that can affect coordination. you need to make sure that you're able to manipulate your body to be able to perform this rhythmically and actually make it sound good. So here's an example. Exercise 5, 1 and 2 and A3 E and 4 and. So again, you have the A of 2, snare drum, the 3, boom, bass drum, and then the snare on the E of 3. Snare, bass, snare. And now this is a coordination thing, so you want to make sure that you really practice this. Exercise 6 does the same thing, only it does it surrounding beat 1 rather than beat 3. 1 E and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 E and 2. So they're the same, but they just happen in different spots. Exercise 7 takes the ideas from 1 and 2 and does it all the way across the board. The E of 1, the A of 2, the E of 3, the A of 4. And again, the bass drum is still on beat 1 and 3, and you have the snare drum 2 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. 1 E and 2 and A3 E and 4 and 1 E and 2 and so forth and yeah. Anyway, so this runs you continuously all the way through it. So, let's see how you do. Okay, so all the ideas expressed here, these are the simplest ways of doing them. I wanted to make sure that the bass drum is only on 1 and 3, and the snare drum is on 2 and 4, and you're just kind of mix and matching them where the 16th notes go. Now, all the 16th note positions that are in this are the only places that you can put 16th note snare unless you disrupt the backbeat. The backbeat again is 2 and 4, so you can really only put it on the E's of 1 and 3 and the A's of 2 and 4. Those are really the only places that you can put them. Again, otherwise you'll be disrupting or changing where the backbeat is. So this is pretty straightforward. So really get to know these again. Really put the amount of time that you put in the 8th note grooves, make sure you put them in these. Because the next one we're going to be starting to change around the bass drum hits. So anyway, get to know them, have fun with them. That's all for this episode. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns, again, YouTube, you can get a hold of me through my website, claytonskinner.com, Facebook, claytonskinner.com, or Clayton Skinner at Twitter, or twitter.com/ClaytonSkinner, whatever. Hope to hear from you. Hope you enjoyed it. See you next time.